that just shock you with this hair? I hope I did. Hi guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm finally filming the Dominic Q&A. It has been long awaited. I can finally film it. I had a horrible allergic reaction. My mouth broke out along with my chin. It was absolutely horrible. It's finally down enough to where I can cover it up with makeup, so here we are. We got the blue Powerade. Is this like my third Q&A with the same cup? How many videos has this cup made an appearance? It's like a special guest at this point, along with my dogs. At least we can say I'm a consistent queen, right? No. The only thing I'm consistent with in my life is not being consistent. Before we start the video, thank you for all the well wishes for my mother. She's doing a lot better. We have had a time and a half this year, and I know you all have too. And I just want to say we appreciate all your messages. Seriously, thank you for letting me push Dominic back. It really helped with this book, letting me push it back. A year ago, I sat here and told you Dominic's book would be 3 parts: childhood, Maria's book, and future. I did not expect it to be that long. Like, I thought it was gonna be Nero long. Dominic had other plans, clearly. Honestly, I did take out some parts. It was just too long, and I didn't want to give too much away for the future books, so there was even more parts that I written that I had to take out because it was just getting too much. I think I could have wrote a whole 3rd book on them. Like, I'm not even kidding, but it just would have went too far into the future, like too far in the present future, like where the next book is supposed to pick up, you know? So it was so hard to know where to stop the book and where to keep going. I know there's gonna be a question in here about where is the next book gonna pick up, and I'm gonna wait to answer that a little bit later, you know? I don't want to give that away right now. And also, what book am I gonna write next? Gonna make you wait for that too. Gotta keep some suspense. So make sure you watch this video all the way through. First, I just want to say thank you for all the support of this book, all the reviews, all the love, the comments, the messages. Thank you. This has been the book I'm probably the most proud of. I knew when I wrote this book and finished it, you know, even my mom told me, it's like, Sarah, this is your best book yet. Like, she absolutely loved the book, and I knew before I published it, it didn't matter to me what any of the reviews said, what anyone thought. I was proud of this book because Dominic just means so much to me. It's very hard to explain the difference between Luca and Dominic to me. Like, Luca lives in my head. Like, I picture little Luca in my head and he talks to me, right? Dominic, it's like I'm a fly on the wall. It's like I'm hovering above his whole life story and I was able to just see it. I don't speak to him. It feels like they're very different to me. Like, Luca takes my mind and Dominic takes my heart. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but that's basically the best I can explain it. When his and Maria's story combined, it came out exactly how I envisioned it. I know you all could tell how much this book meant to me when you read it because of all the comments and messages I got. It gave me solace in this crazy year. I was able to escape and get away for a time, you know, whenever I wrote it. I really hope you were able to get away from it all while you read the book. I have read several times. Dominic's either your favorite or it's your favorite book. His book was so challenging for me to write. I've never wrote a book that big. I don't think I ever will. Each book you write literally takes like a part of your soul, and to be in a book for that long and for it to be that emotional, starting from 5 years old to him as a father, it took a part of me, and it took a long time to have myself normal. Like, I'm glad I waited to actually film this Q&A now because I finally feel like a normal human being. It's so hard to put into words what writing can do to you. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but you know, this is gonna be a long video, so we better get started to the questions. I've got all these questions. Oh dear Jesus. Okay. That's the end, thank God. And then I got questions on my Facebook as well. So let's dive in and let's get going. Why did Dominic not kill his father? He deserved the honor to do it. Well, Dominic wanted him to suffer a bit more, you know? He was in hell for 27 years of his life. He wants Lucifer to experience a bit more. I don't know how long he's been in that cell. I think for like a year or something like that now, but he wants him to suffer a bit more. And I got plans for Lucifer. Okay, you gotta wait for him to kick the bucket. If you had to pick one quote from the book, which one would it be? That is so hard. There's so many good quotes, but the one that comes to my mind is, it would be the first time the princess made of ice would cry. That was the thing about ice. It eventually melted. I loved that quote. Something about that quote, I knew when I wrote it, like, it really stuck with me. I think it just sums Maria up so well. If I put it in a teaser, I probably love that quote as well. Hello,
You're not going to be able to fuck me out of your bloodstream, princess.
Oh my god, I died. I died at that quote. Like, I died. I think those two were pretty great ones. Okay, which couple do you think is ready for a baby? Well, if I tell you which couple I think is the most ready for a baby, then it won't be a surprise when it happens. So I'm not gonna tell you who it's gonna be, but I do have to say I think Maria and Dominic was the best choice for being parents first in my series, because while I was writing Dominic even younger, I could envision him being a dad so easily in my head. Like, he just screams dad because he cared for his siblings. And Maria, something about her with Leo really said maternal to me. Like, women that are cold and put up a front, they can be the best, strongest mothers that are the most fiercest, you know, for their children. So yeah, I just love them as parents. Also, if they're in the series, they're most likely gonna get a story. Sal, Mateus, Amo, Cassius, Leo. The only ones I don't know are the older generation. I don't know if that's something I want to do. Oh, this ties into the next question. Have you ever thought about writing about Lucifer or Dante? I've never thought about writing a book about Lucifer because I absolutely despise him, hate him. Why would you want to read about a villain? I write about anti-heroes, that's fine, but writing about a villain like Lucifer just wouldn't sit right with me. I don't want to be in his headspace at all, to be honest. Like, I don't want to write in his headspace. I enjoy writing him in his children's headspace. That's as far as I think I'd go. There's nothing redeeming about him. Like, what do you want to hear that isn't already been said? You know where he ends up. You pretty much know the before based upon what's happened in Dominic. He's just a piece of shit. We don't need a book on him. Dante, yes, I have thought about it. Possibly be a story, but I'm not sure because I have to find out what Luke is gonna do with him. I have no idea. Honest to God, truly, I have no idea what Luke is gonna do with him. So we have to wait and see. The older generation, don't know if I'm gonna write it about, but if they're younger and they're in my book, definitely gonna write about them. Maria's and Dom's babies, do they have cousins? Meaning the other girls too. There will be more children in the future, guys. I promise you, I promise. Maria and Dominic was only the beginning. Will Amo ever meet someone? Yes, I will go out on a limb here and say yes, he will. When his story is gonna happen, I don't know. Towards the beginning of the series, I really thought I would have wrote him earlier on, but he just needs to sit. He needs to marinate. He needs to change a bit. He needs to go through metamorphosis. His story's coming. I just don't know when that's gonna happen. So he'll meet someone. Who was your muse for Dominic? No one. Okay. Let me explain something. Dominic is what I envision as the perfect man. I made him in that light. He's from my brain. There is absolutely no muse for him. It was so hard to even find a cover picture for him because he literally only exists up here. Finally, I found that picture. I don't know how it happened, but it did. I made him into the most perfect man that could ever exist. Made him into the man that I would die for. And that's pretty much it. All up here, baby. All up here. Was there any character that was supposed to die but you changed your mind? No, but there was one that was supposed to live but ended up dying. Do we know who it is? Cain. Honestly, truly, guys, when I first started the series, Maria was supposed to end up with Cain. And it wasn't until Dominic came in did I know he had to die. I wouldn't give him a badass name like Cain to kill him. He was not meant to die. It literally broke my heart to kill him, but he just had to. Okay, he had to. Dominic had to skip Maria. As soon as I wrote him in, he was Maria's. That was it. I couldn't see any other way of doing it. So no, but other way around, yes. Was there any couples who were supposed to be with someone else? Maria. She was supposed to be with Cain. I promise you, it was supposed to happen. And then I wrote Dominic and Cain had to die and Dominic had to be with Maria. There was no other way and it couldn't have worked out more perfect. Sorry, Cain, but not sorry. Are the next books going to take place at the end of Dominic? Okay, here we go. So I literally almost didn't put the prologues in because I thought it was gonna be kind of confusing. But basically, what was the last chapter? Where the hell did it end? I can't even think about it right now. I can envision the epilogues, but I can't think of where it ended. Right at the last chapter is where it's gonna pick up. So all the epilogues, you know, Maria calling Kane for the last time, her being pregnant, her children growing up, blah blah, Blue Manor. Oh, is that where it ended? I think that's where it is, where she told Dominic and his siblings that she bought Blue Manor. That is where the next book is gonna pick up. So push out the epilogues. That's why I called them epilogues. The last chapter of the book is where the series is gonna pick up. If not, I don't know if we're gonna have another Dominic on our hands, like starting out at 5, but it might go a little bit before. You'll definitely get, you know, new story. Sorry, my dog's snoring. You definitely get new story right at the last chapter. I hope I'm saying this right. Please, for the love of God, I want to make sure this is clear. Epilogues in the future, I will fill in the gaps between the last chapter and the epilogues. That's gonna be where the next main man's gonna pick up, if not a little bit before, you know, because we may want backstory on this character. Okay. Okay. Do all your main men series have a playlist on Spotify? So Chloe they do, Nero and Vincent do not, but when I write a novella on them, I will make them a playlist. So eventually everyone will have a playlist, but only those 2 books. I do not, because at that time I didn't make playlists when I wrote them. I'm waiting for Leo's book. Me too. I can't wait. He's such a sweetie. Now he's not. I got so many messages where so many of you cried where Maria had her son and it just said, what a sweet Leo used to be. I can't wait to write his book. He's not a sweetie anymore, but it's gonna be amazing. Did Lucifer tell Anthony to be Dominic's friend? Was it a setup the whole time? I may not want to tell you this, I'm not sure. But if I do, I'll say it here. Yes, it was a setup the whole time, unfortunately. Lucifer's a piece of shit, and so is Anthony. How many of y'all did I trick with Anthony? Like, were y'all rooting for him? Wasn't he a cool ass character? It literally killed me to kill him. Like, I knew as soon as I made his character, he was gonna die, but I still regretted it because he's such a cool ass character. Like, if he didn't ever do that to Dominic, he would have been so bomb to write about, and then he ended up being a piece of shit, and he is dead. Will we get to know who exactly bombed Maria's car? Yeah, you'll know who bombed the car, but it was One Shot. Who One Shot is? We don't know. We gonna find out. Okay, so whose book is next? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about this. Now, the book I would like to write next, we have some options here, guys. As far as the Made Men series, I really want to write a Luca 2. I think Luca 2 needs to happen so One Shot can be dead and gone and in the past. I've dragged him on for too long. We need to get him gone. Luca 2 is next in the Made Men series, but I'm asking you all something here, and I need you all to tell me down below what you think. I really want to do a standalone story, okay? She's so cute. I have a standalone that's been in my mind for a long time now. I'd love to get it out, but let me know if you'd rather a Luca 2 or the standalone. Like, can I write the standalone and then do the Luca 2? Or what do you all think? Let me know. Tell me down below. I'll probably do a poll on Facebook or on my Instagram about what you would like to see. I promise you both will be bomb, but I'm really thinking I want to do the standalone. I want to do something different, you know? And I have a good story up here. So, but as far as the next Made Men series, it's definitely Luca 2. And then after Luca 2, I don't know. I am dying to write all my characters. I swear to God, my characters are just absolutely the best. I think I'm dying to write Mateus. Really and truly, Mateus is my sweet baby angel. Leo used to be my sweet baby angel. Now Mateus is, he's my sweet baby angel. I just want to protect him so much. I really want to write his story. But then I also want to write Sal, and I also want to write Leo's, and I also want to write Cassius and Amos. I want to write too many of them. But I think maybe Mateus would be after Luca. I'm not sure. Trust me, it's not set in stone. So like, it'll go Luca and then either Mateus, Sal, Leo, whatever, and then I'll do a novella, a Nero or a Vincent novella. I'm gonna do novellas in between big books. What is she doing? You killed a dog. That's what I'm gonna try and do. I hope that sounds good to you all. Hopefully we can all get on board with a big book novella. Big book novella. I have no idea what size Luca's could be. It could be novella, it could be Luca size, it could be Nero size. Don't think it's gonna be Dominic size. I'm sorry guys, but I think that was a one-time thing that literally almost killed me. So don't think it's gonna be that. Love the book. What are the rest of the names of Dom and Maria's daughters? I don't even know yet. I didn't get to write them, didn't get to have a feel for them. All I know is that their daughter was Angelica, so who knows what's to come in the future. Are you thinking of writing another series? Series? No. Standalones? Yes. I have lots of standalones in my head that I really would love to write and get out. So make sure you let me know down below if that's something you would like before Luca 2. If not, it'll be after Luca 2, but I kind of like to write it before. I need Dominic and Maria's second book. It would be their third book. There's a Maria, there's a Dominic. It would definitely be a third book in their story, but you know, I don't think that's a bad idea either. I think I could definitely revisit them together, but then again, like with the epilogues, I don't know if I would want to even touch it again because Dominic's book ended so beautiful and was absolutely perfect. Maybe I don't need to touch their story again, but then I'm thinking I definitely do. I'm not sure if I'll write about them again, but possibly. I love Dominic, so it wouldn't be hard to write. I just don't know if I want to go back to their story. Definitely would wait until after I finish all the other characters and got the other characters out and even got novellas out of the others, just because there's more story that needs to be told with past characters. Now you all see why I do not go into the future and in their story, because it's kind of too confusing when I go back to fill in the gaps. How is Elle doing? I mean, she was upset about not having a ring yet. I don't know, we'll have to see, but yeah, she was a little upset there. It's okay, it's understandable. She's been with Nero the longest. She wants that ring, girl. She deserves that ring. Is there a Pinterest board that you use for inspo? I'd so love to see Maria's wedding dress. Oh, you know what? That's so cute. I should show you all what her dress looks like. I actually want to talk about the ring as well because I really meant to post this somewhere. In the teasers I have, I'm sure I'll put it here. That is what Maria's, it's not a leotard. What am I thinking? It's not a onesie. What is that thing called? I said what it was in the book, but why can't I think of what it is now? But the skirt of it looks like this. I'll kind of give an example. I'm sure you can kind of see what I'm getting at. I'll try and find some inspo pics of what I'm trying to describe. And then the ring looks like this, but in gold. I think the one picture I found of Maria's ring, it was rose gold, but it's gold. So cute, huh? I know. And when he said, I thought my princess needed a crown. Dom is too perfect for this world. Like, that's why he doesn't exist, because he's too freaking perfect. Do I have a Pinterest board? No, but whatever y'all want to see, just message me and I'm sure I'll put it up on Instagram stories. Trying to describe it. Those two things were the ones I did want to show you all though. So okay, this girl seems to be a little upset at me here. Why everyone treats Vincent like dirt? And Loki, he is a hero in other books, for God's sake. I love him. Vincent is like my cute little funny baby. I love Vincent so much. I don't know if that comes across, but trust me, I love Vincent with my whole heart. He is my comedic relief. Literally, I die every time I get to write him into the book somehow, some way, but he is that silly. Lake gets to see a different side to Vincent, but everyone knows he's an idiot. Just like he prayed, he thanked God for the leggings. It's just, he is a little bit of an idiot. He's a great idiot. He's hilarious. He's so funny. I love him so much. I love writing about him. He's everything to me. So I promise you, I'm not treating Vincent like dirt. No one else is either. It's just, he's literally that character in the book. That's just who he is. It felt Luca is cheated. Anything he had, you gave it to others as well. Throne, young maid title, smoke. I think she's a little mad at me. I'm very sorry. Everything Luca has done has been for Chloe. He didn't give away the throne. He's sharing the throne for Chloe. It works out. Maria's in the mix too. We love Dom too. As far as Cassius, it would be that way because Luca has been talking with Cassius. He's gonna rub off on him. Think about it. A 15-year-old boy would smoke cigarettes from watching a guy he looks up to smoking. That's a very 15-year-old thing to do. Is he gonna continue to do it? I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. I'm not taking it away from Luca. Trust me, we all know I love Luca. He be living up here in my head. But Luca ain't jealous. Why is Dom so perfect? Because I made him to be that way. He's my dream man. When will the next book come out? Honestly, at this point, I'm not gonna give a date or about when because it always fails me. So hopefully not too long because I don't write fast. I know I write slow, but at least we can all agree Dominic was worth the wait. It was a hella long book. You see why it even took that long to write, and I still finished it, I think, in a timely manner for how long his book was. So I don't know when the next book's gonna be out. It may be early next year. I really don't want to give a date or any time frame whatsoever because I suck at that shit. I'll fail and I'll let you down and I hate it. It kills me to let you all down. So let's just not even go there. But hopefully soon-ish. Will we see more of Dominic and Maria's kids? Genuinely, no idea. I can only see some parts of the series in the future and I do not see their kids right now in my head. Did you enjoy writing this amazing book? Yes, I did. I will say I enjoyed writing this book probably the most. Clearly, I didn't want it to end. I just kept writing. It could have been way longer. I had written more parts and I took them out because the book was just getting too long. It was getting ridiculous. I had to cut it down. The parts I cut out of the book are things that were kind of spoilers, gave stuff away, so don't worry. I didn't cut anything too important from the book that you won't get later down the line. Want to tell us who One Shot is? Had to try. Is everyone excited to finally know who One Shot is? I feel like we're all just dying to find that out. I know, but you don't. Yes, y'all, there's going to be juicy scenes between Luca and Chloe when I write that book. Don't worry. I've seen a lot of that question. I'm gonna try to make sure it has as many juicy scenes as possible. I can't wait for Amo's book. Can you tell us anything about it? I don't really see his book. Like, I can see some of Mateus's books, some of Sal's book, some of Leo, some of Cassius. Amo I see the least of, actually. Maybe that's why I haven't wrote his yet, but he just has to marinate. I have to find out who he is now. Yeah, so I don't really know that much, but I do know his girl and I can't wait. The way she looks, I can't wait to write about her. I'm so excited. Who was the hardest to write? Honestly, probably Dominic's book now. This book was so long and draining, yet very, very rewarding, but it did take a huge chunk of my soul, it felt like, to write it. Especially the scene where Dominic lost his virginity. It took a part of me to write that, I feel like. And other stuff that he suffered, and I feel like I could feel his pain as I wrote it. So I'd say this book, just based upon the material in the book, probably was the hardest to write. And also, do you know how hard it is to go back and to have it align with the rest of the series? Like, I had to add in Maria's book and make sure it all was correct and all other facts of the book. It was so long, so much work to write this book. Like, Dominic's book was the hardest book to write. I'm never writing a book that big again. I think Luca too is gonna be hard to write. I'm scared it's gonna be hard to write just because I have to make sure I go back, get everything correct. Oh my god, and all the ages. Getting the ages right is so hard. Making sure Cassius is the right age when Dom is this age and he has so many freaking siblings. That's the hardest part, I'd say, is like having to use your brain for that stupid shit when you just want to write the book. It was just a lot of work, a lot. Will Leo and Cassius be best friends? You have to wait and see, but will Luca and Cassius be friends again? I don't know. Do we think Cassius is gonna forgive him for outing Kat? I don't know. It's gonna be hard to forgive him. Why Blue Manor? Literally, Blue Manor was probably my favorite part about writing Dominic's book. I just love the whole little story. There's so many little stories in Dominic's book, like how he got his jacket, Blue Manor, and Blue Manor is probably what I enjoyed writing about the most. It just came out so adorable and so cute. That's just where I envisioned Maria wanting to live. What's the only family that could live in a haunted house? Definitely the Lucianos. Like, you can see everyone was for it except for Mateus. Poor Mateus, oh my god. And Maria, since she grew up in like a mansion home that was pristine and it was like a museum, she wanted something with character, and I just thought Blue Manor fit so well. When it hit me me that's where they wanted to live. I died. It was so adorable. Favorite part, anything to do with Blue Manor, I loved it. It was so much fun to write about it. Are you going to do a series about Blue Manor? If ever in the future I wanted to write a horror story, I'd definitely write about Blue Manor. It wouldn't be a series though. I think that could be fun. You know, maybe next Halloween, maybe I could do a story about Blue Manor. Let me know if that's something you all would want. I can picture like the story of the house in my head, but it's just like I've never wrote horror, but I enjoy horror. Who knows? I could do that for you all. Why did you give Maria a son instead of all daughters? So I have to say that with Dominic, I pictured him with his daughter early on when I started writing this book. Literally when I wrote him taking Kat to school, to kindergarten for the first time, I immediately pictured him taking Angelico to school. And then as far as Maria, she kept showing me her with the baby Leo, so I had to write that as well. And I almost didn't put the epilogues in, but they literally kept showing the vision to me, so I didn't have an option but to put it in. I figured if they kept showing me that meant I had to put it in. I'm so happy I did. The story came out so amazing with the epilogues in. But yeah, hopefully it's not too confusing when I pick up Luca's story. Someone said, we didn't even get a single moment between Luca and Leo after the attack. Like I said, guys, this book was so long. I had to take scenes out that could be put in future books. If it's not in this book and you wanted a scene to happen, it most likely did happen. You just gotta wait for their book. Will Bristol and Sadie be future love interests for our men? I think I know one of those two might, but you have to wait and see, okay? Someone said, are you slowly building up the next generation? I don't know if I'm gonna write their children in the Made Men series. Like, I think the story will end, whoever is last in the series, I think it'll end there. I don't know if I'm gonna have a second generation. I'll have to think about that. But as of right now, I'm gonna say no. There will not be a second generation. That's kind of why I didn't name Maria and Dom's other kids, just because I don't really plan to write them, but who knows? I could get something going up there. One of their children could talk to me and be like,
no, we gotta have a second generation.
But as of right now, no. I'm just giving them kids, but who knows what's gonna happen in the future. Ooh, someone called this not Made Men related, but anything to share about your standalone. What could I share about this standalone? You may or may have not already met the character. That's all I'm gonna say. Ooh, did you always know Luca would walk Maria down the aisle? No. It wasn't until I finished the Dante scene where he left and she felt sad because he wasn't gonna walk her down the aisle did Luca tell me, nope, I'm gonna walk her down. And I was bawling as I wrote that scene. That was one of the very few scenes I actually cried while I wrote. But let me tell you, I was bawling like a baby. One of my favorite scenes between Luca and Maria. It's just so sweet. Why hasn't Nero Vincent proposed already? What are they waiting for? They're like 19, right? What 19-year-old boys do you see getting engaged? Especially when they look like them and who they are. They ain't ready yet, but wait for their novellas. Or who knows, it might happen in another book, but they ain't ready yet. How difficult is it writing about dark minds like Luca, Maria, Cassius? Lots of research. It is challenging to write about dark minds like that, and then it's not, just because like Luca lives in my head. He tells me what he wants. I envision it very easily, so it is and it isn't. It can be way harder. But yes, it's a lot of research to make sure they're diagnosed the way they are. I know people think there's a lot of psychopath, sociopath in the story, but this is the thing. Those mental illnesses are passed down. Yeah, that's why they're like that. And they're also made men. I've done a lot of research about mafia. I know I've said this here before. You would have to be a sociopath to do the things real mafia men did. if they weren't born, they were definitely made to be that, because you just become desensitized to it. They did scary shit. A lot of them were either psychopath, sociopath, had some kind of mental illness or something wrong with them. I'm just trying to best portray a real made men would be like. Will you be doing any more crossovers with your mom? I almost did one for Dominic's book, but then with my mom being sick, I didn't get to it. I had a cute little scene, but I couldn't see the whole story of why it would cross over into The Last Rider, so I didn't write it. And with everything that happened with my mom, I just left it alone. And also, this book was too long already. I don't even know how long that would have been if I crossed over with my mom. Will we be seeing more cool dynamics between Leo and Cassius? Yes. How can I get a Dominic? Girl, I don't know. Good luck. I want to know how the gang reacts about Maria being pregnant. I'm sure I'll write that. I'm sure it'll be in there somewhere. Like I said, when Luca 2 comes, Maria will not be pregnant because that was in the future. Is that making sense? Are we making sense now here yet? I'm really curious who Sal will choose. Love his scenes with Dominic at the elevator. I know I really liked it when he was like flipping the keys. I don't know, I can just picture the keys flipping and hearing it. I know I've said this before, but I want to say it again. I have no idea what Sal looks like. I can literally only see his eyeballs. That's it. Anything else about him, I have no idea what he looks like. I think it's because he's a hacker, so they're mysterious. You don't know anything about them. Hopefully he will come to me soon, his full vision. I can only hear his voice. I can't picture him yet. He's so cool. I just can't wait to write about him. I can't wait to write about all my characters. Why am I like this? How do you find such perfect book covers? Girl, it took me too long to find Dominic's cover, like months, literally months. I have no idea how I found that perfect cover. Maria was perfect, Luca was perfect, all my covers are perfect. I'm so glad you all love my covers. Thank you so much. I love making them. I make all my covers. I can't wait to make a Luca 2 cover. So I don't know how I find them. Just lots, endless searching, looking for months on end, pretty much. Which couple was most dramatic for you to write about? Probably Luca and Chloe. I feel like they have a different feeling. Dominic and Maria is very sexually charged, a lot of sexual tension. Luca and Chloe brings out a different feeling in me. It's not eerie, it's just like a little dark and mysterious and dramatic. So I definitely say Luca and Chloe's is the most dramatic. What happened to the Luciano house when they moved out? You will find out what happened to that house in Mateus's book. Get ready. Someone asked who will kill Lucifer. I can't wait to show you. Which book was the most fun to write? I do not remember writing Nero's book. It's like I lost that memory. Maybe Vincent. Vincent's just hilarious. I love writing about Vincent. Obviously, it's why I keep bringing him back. So I'm gonna say Vincent was probably the most fun to write about just because he's hilarious and a cutie. Is Dominic the last book of the main men series? Hell no, girl. We still got lots to go. I think I answered everything on Instagram. Let's go to Facebook. Was Cain always going to be a bad guy? In Nero, he helped Nero get back with Elle with the essay. Also, when Dom confronted Cain, he said it's not what it looks like before he got shot. Is there something more to Cain that we don't know yet? Yes, Cain is dead, but his story is not dead yet, okay? We'll have to wait and see what that is, but he dead. So I don't know when I'll fill in the blanks, if it'll be in Luca 2 or not. I just gotta find where to weave that in. Maybe a while. Will we see the fall of Dante? Tune in to Luca 2. When you are writing, do you have a clear idea of where you are going with the story, or do you let the characters tell you? They tell me. I can see bits and pieces of certain stories already, like I can see bits and pieces of Mateus's. That's just because he's kind of told me what that is so far. Trust me, when that first word comes out, I have absolutely no idea what it's gonna be until I sit down to write it. Have I started writing Luca 2? The parts I took out of Dominic will be in Luca 2, I'm pretty sure. So yes, but no also, because let me tell you, Dominic took all of me to write. Yeah, I'm taking a much needed break because like I said, Dominic's book took my soul with it, so I'm not eager to start another book, but I promise you I will soon as I figure out if I'm gonna do Luca 2 or the standalone. So tell me down below what you want. Okay, I think we're finally done. I've recorded about 3 hours worth of material here. Hopefully I answered your question. If I didn't answer your question, it means I can't answer it. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to ruin the series for you. Don't want to ruin any future books. Is there anything else I wanted to say about Dom and Maria? Oh, okay. The necklaces, the princess necklace and the gun necklace, I will be adding them to my site to sell. I didn't get that many though because I have to make sure you all like it. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I love Instagram. Sorry, I know most people are Facebook people here, but Instagram is for me. Don't worry, I do keep you updated on Facebook though. Is Dominic gonna make it into audio? There is no deal yet, so go at Amazon and tell them that they need to add Dominic to their list. As far as all my other Made Men books, they are on audio, so if you're looking for my other audiobooks, they're there. And print. The print is still finishing up, unfortunately, because I edit and write and I give out the book right when it finishes. The print doesn't get made until after it's released. Since this book is so big, the woman is still working on it, so hopefully the print will be out very, very soon, I promise. And when that happens, I'll put these necklaces up for sale. There's a limited quantity. If you want it, make sure you buy it. I will have them in silver and in gold. Okay guys, that is it. I really, really, really hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you did. Make sure you tell me down below what book you want to see next, either Luca 2 or the standalone. Let me know. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye! Calypso? My dog is on crack today. Okay.